All right, so at this point, we need to start adding some transitions in here to make things a little bit run a little bit smoother, right? So we've got these, we got some motion added to our graphics, and the audio is sounding cool.
Broadcasting live performances from the Stanton Audio Recording Studio in the Michael and Sarah Coolene Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. This is Live and Loud on WBGU HD1 Bowling Green.
All right, so it's just a little bit too jarring when we go from, from graphic to graphic there. It's just so abrupt and everything. So let's add some transitions if we can. So here I'm looking at my different options here for video transitions. Now I don't want to go too corny with it, but I do, I want things to be interesting, right? So I'm thinking a cross dissolve for sure, just between the Live and Loud graphic and the band, just because of the way that last chord and the music hits. And
HD1 Bowling Green.
Just slowly, cross between those two. So I'm just going to drag and drop that over here. Let's see how that looks.
Bowling Green.
Yeah, I think that works really nice.
Bowling Green.
All right. So sometimes, again, I like to work, oftentimes it seems like the end of a sequence, and then I would start working backwards. So I just want to see how this works. What I might want to do is to, fade up, right? So let's see what happens if I fade up from black at the beginning.
Broadcasting live performances from the Stanton.
But do I miss anything, right? Does that force me to miss?
Broadcast.
I kind of missed the B in Bowling Green, right? So I wonder if I can make that a little shorter instead.
Broadcasting live performances from the Stanton.
Or is it really necessary to have that at all? So let's just get rid of it and leave it so it just starts. Maybe this would even look like the thumbnail, right? So we give some love to Falcon Media and to Bowling Green State University as the thumbnail of our video.
Broadcasting live performances from the Stanton Audio Recording Studio in the Michael and Sarah Coolene.
All right, so let's look at some of these other dissolves and see if we like film dissolve.
Studio in the Michael and Sarah Coolene Center.
Looks like I might have a little bit of a stutter at the beginning of my. I don't necessarily want to see that, but let's try some of these other things too. Maybe an iris. Let's see.
Audio Recording Studio in the Michael and Sarah Coolene Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. This is Live and Loud.
I kind of like that. All right. And let's see, what other thing could we do to make it interesting? We do a slide or wipe. Let's try this gradient wipe and see how we like that.
This is Live and Loud on WBGU HD1 Bowling Green.
All right, I'm kind of digging it. What I'm gonna have to do is probably go back and adjust some of those little keyframe issues.
This is Live and Loud.
But I'll be doing that later. The next thing that I want to do is add the title to the band, right? So I think that's going to be an important one. Let's go ahead and create a new legacy title. All right, now I'll call this 7 Past Sunset, right? Except that's not exactly where I want to put it, is it? So let's look at let's place our cursor over the actual band. So there we go. Now I'm of the opinion that we put it here. So let's enter a text box in that area and see what we can come up with here. All right, what kind of text should we have here? All Alright, so I think I'm going to go with... Should we do caps? 7 past sunset. I think so. And then we'll want to obviously like center this and probably make it bold and whatnot. Let's change the font size, right? And then we can change its position also. I just want to make sure that it's still readable. Now, I kind of like the black and white and keeping it white like this. I just want to make sure that we can still read it. So I'm going to adjust the font size a little bit more just to see if that's going to help. Because it's just sort of like blends into the skin tones, which I know is kind of weird. But maybe also it might work like right in the center, like across the chest area of these guys. So let's see if we can adjust the Y position again, see how that works. Right here might be the best choice. Yeah, I really dig that actually. And if I change my other position, then I'll get it right over the close. That looks pretty perfect. Okay. So once I've done that, and I'm happy with it, I just need to get it in here. Okay, so if I want to be able to see the title and I want to drag and drop it on here, this area I like to turn into that. So you just have to open up your window and choose project. And then here's my 7 past sunset title that I created. Alright, so I'm going to throw this just right on top, right on another video track, right above these guys. And then it's going to layer it right on top. So I should just want to make sure that this, this frost dissolve applies to that as well. So let's go ahead and go back to effects and put one of those. I just had a standard cross dissolve on there, and I just want to put it on here as well and make it just as long as the other piece.
Green. One bowling green. Green. HD1 bowling green.
Nice. Alright, so let's take a look. Again, I'm going to have to adjust a couple of keyframes, but let's take a look at what our intro looks like now.
Broadcasting live performances from the Stanton Audio Recording Studio in the Michael and Sarah Coolin Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. This is Live and Loud on WBGU HD1 Bowling Green.
Alright, it's hard not to be cheesy with that intro with yours truly on there, but it's not too bad, and I'm really digging how this sort of turned out, which is, you know, really, obviously we want to be selling ourselves, but we're selling these bands as well, because we want to encourage bands to keep coming in to do this sort of stuff, and I think they look pretty cool, as cool as these guys can be. Anyway, so we've got an opener down, and we'll be moving on to more of the multi-camera stuff in the coming videos. See you next time.